Oh, golly. So here we are trying to get you guys some beautiful citrus honey to have a nibble on. The poor citrus grower, he's trying to pick the oranges, and the girls have got more than 100 acres of trees to pick from, and what do? They decide to swarm and stop right next door where the bloke's trying to pick. So we got the emergency phone call. Luckily for you, John's along for the ride, so we're going to get some bees out of some blood oranges, and hopefully there'll be no blood on me. Jeepers. Shit. Ah. Where the hell are they? They're a bit further on. I'm thinking I'm going to try and put them in my little catching container thing because they want to go picking here in a minute. And if I try to put a box on the ground, it'll just be a complete shit show. So, well, that's my plan. We'll see what happens. Oh. There you go and go away, Mr. Bushbee man. Now, if I was a brave fella, I'd do this without my bee suit on, but I suck, so I'm going to go and put one on. Doesn't rain, it pours. There's bees on the wing everywhere. Here we go again. Look at that. Wonder where they're going. Stop, you little darlings. Ah, man. John was just saying a minute ago he's nice and calm and relaxed so he doesn't get stung as much. I reckon if he's calm and relaxed, we'll get him to walk through that swarm and see how he gets on. Heck, they're coming this way. I'm going to get my bee suit. Look out. I'm not sure whether this canola is a good idea or not. They've gone completely crazy this year. Goodness. Hey, get out of it. You little sod. Yep. There's like 2 lots of them. We were nearly organised, John. Oh, you girls, honestly, what are you doing? I've run out of all the old boxes that we've refilled, and now I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm making boxes as they're running enough on me. So as the queen's landed on a branch in here, the other girls have smelt of pheromones, and they're all bunching up and trying to stay safe and warm. And then there'll be all the scout bees looking for a home to go to. So our plan is to give them a home to go to, which is one of our boxes, because since they're probably our bees that have absconded from one of the boxes already. This is a natural thing that bees do, of course, just to reproduce and take over the environment. They've got their tummies full of honey and they've got some legs full of pollen. Not all of them have pollen, but they're all ready to go to make a new home. Which is quite fascinating. If you actually find a swarm that's been hanging in the tree for more than a week, you'll see they'll form some nice honeycomb and they'll start making a home even in the middle of nowhere. But we're going to make them have a home in a box because that would be much easier to move than this tree. And you don't want to shake these too soon because if you do it too soon, they're still in the flying mode and they're a little bit excited and they're just as likely to bugger off out of your box that you try to put them in. So I like to let them settle down. Don't let them settle down too long, otherwise they're just as likely to fly off and go somewhere else. So, but just a little while we go and get this other priority out of the way so they can pick the rest of their oranges. Then we'll come back to this mess. Okay, come on, you can do it. Oh. Gee. Right, my poor unfortunate catch box. Here we go. Unreal. My reference to the blood, do you get a shot of these jolly really red oranges? They're incredible. We might have to try one and see if I can get blood on my lips. They're amazing. Have a look at this shit. These will be the reject ones that are a bit older because they're picking. Have a look how red they are. No wonder they call them bloods. Because when the owner rang up and he said, I've got a swarm of bees in the bloods. And I'm going, oh, well, that's a bit interesting. But of course, you know, that's what they call blood oranges, which is fascinating. Unreal. That is really quite red. Okay, I think I'm going to just see if I can shake them into my pot and put their lid on. And then I don't know what we're doing after that. We'll see what sort of mess I create. It's moments like these I wish I knew how to hold the camera. There we go. Shit. Bloody hell. Used to do this with a bag of oranges around my neck and all. No wonder I'm old and buggered. Okay, girls, it's all good. We're coming to get you. Don't fall off the branch just yet. Oh, God. Don't me fall off the branch too, eh? That'd be good. Fuck, they're rattling. Oh, come on. Get under there. Oh. Help, they've been up there a little while. Ah! Buggers! Ow, 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 ow. Yes, yes, yes. It's all right, chicks. Oh, you're not happy now. They've obviously been up there for a little while. They made some comb. Surely she would have been in that big bundle. Golly gosh. Otherwise I'll be in trouble. All I've done now is created more of a worry. Anyway, we'll leave them sit there for a minute and we'll go and see what other trouble we can find. Ah! See, this is the problem. When you get delirious, you're trying to make decisions and you're not sure what to do. Because the poor bloke's trying to get the pickers to pick the fruit, and I'm supposed to have come here and moved them, and I'm starting to think that we would have been better off for him to pick. I really probably should have just picked the fruit here before we stirred them up. That might have been a better idea. Did you bring a pair of snips with you? No. They still look pretty convinced that that's where they're meant to be, is up the tree. I don't know. Come on. Help me out, girls. Hey?
Make me look like a beekeeper.
Maybe at least make me look like a beekeeper. I mean, just keep up the pretense. While we were just filming that little bit, I was just having a thought. What I might do is I might take the frames out of my second box, put a top box on here because that's a jolly big swarm, and we'll shake them into that, put the lid on, and then they can all settle down, and then we'll tap them down and put the lid on after they run down here a little bit. Otherwise, it's fairly likely that they're not all going to fit under the lid and settle in straight away. And I happen to have a box here that we could utilise, so I don't know, let's give that a crack and see what happens. I'm just going to sit this under here, and then I'm going to get a little bit of hessian and fill up the front of the box so they can't run straight out. Because being a fresh swarm like this, the queen will still be quite able to fly. So I think I'll put a little bit of a stopper in the front of the box, just so as that she decides not to fly away straight away. Because until she decides that this is not a bad house, she can go, you know what, I'm not real sure about them humans trying to bloomin' curtail my existence. Even though we're actually trying to help her out, but she doesn't know that yet. Is that going to land in there, or am I going to have to try and lift it up there? This is the whole fun about cats and swarms in your bee box. You're never quite sure where they're actually going to land. Here we go. Oh, I'm excited, they said. My gosh. We'll just have a look to see if the queen's not on the ground. Gosh, that's a decent swarm. I think the bees are saying, what's going on, bush bee man? We were quite happy in the tree. They've actually clustered up on the other side, so that's a good sign. So since the little darlings have decided that they're going to run up the box, we're just going to crack this lid up a little bit, put a little stick in here, then they can run in the gap. The bees will run in, or the other bees will run out, and either way, it is what it is. But they look like they're going in. So that's a good sign, because the swarm will end up hooking up onto the roof here. So eventually, it will not be very long, we'll give that a whack, and then we'll put them all down the bottom stairs. But just right now, we just want them all to chill out. Want them all to run in here and say, wow, look at that. It's a nice new clean swept house. Got a new kitchen, a new ensuite. Ah, Polly, put the kettle on and let's make some honey. Oh dear, I don't think these pickers are going to be happy. She's definitely in here, but they've got the scent going on up here. Well, I haven't tried this before, but I've got a couple of lids, and I thought I could shake the bees that are up the tree into one lid and put the other lid on top of it like a sandwich, and then bring them down here and drop them on this box, and hopefully they'll reorientate a bit quicker. But, you know, it wouldn't be like the bush bee man just to be doing the first thing ever in his life on the camera, would it? Nah, well, heck, I think that's been the premise of this whole show. Oh, looks like a bee sandwich. Oh, this is what you get down without falling over. Oh, God. Let's do that for a minute. They've got a bit of honey in their little honeycomb. How cool is that? They're getting organised. They've collected a bit of pollen. Tell you what, they're motivated. It's amazing. And you can see the line down here where they got the two halves. It's crazy. How clever are they, really, honestly? I reckon what I'm going to do, I'm going to give this a shake, get the girls to the bottom of this taller box, give this a tap and then I'll tip them all together and we'll see what sort of trouble I can get into. What do you reckon? Then maybe they'll go and tell each other, if we're really lucky. I'm suggesting that we go and get the other ridiculously big swarm that's in the other little hedge tree over near the bees, while these guys figure out what they're doing apart from stinging me, and then we'll come back and see what happened. Oh, I don't think they're impressed. We'll have to go in and make some more boxes. This is getting ridiculous. We might have to call a beekeeper and see if he wants a swarm or two. Holy mackerel, have a look at that lot. Jeepers. Oh, stop it already. What was one of my mates saying? That's a triple boxer. Oh, golly, well, we didn't think we better steal the man's snips out of his shed, so we headed home and got some snips of our own. And we don't even know if we need them yet. And then John was very gracious and made me some lunch, so, more boxes are needed, I think. Look, there's another one in the tree there. Oh, this is ridiculous. One sunny day and they've gone bonkers. I'm going home. I'm going to leave it with you. You go figure it out, you lot. You know, let me know how you get on with the catching, because I'm done. Yep, that's it. I'm over it. I'm out of here. See you when you finish. Oh, maybe not. Blooming hell, that's ridiculous. Stop it. We got a monstrosity on the tree over there, and I wonder whether that little one is the one that we had in the other box or whether it's his. But anyway, we'll go over and have a look. Well, at least they'll be able to pick the oranges because there's no bees up there, but I don't know whether they've gone in that box or not, because they don't look real busy unless they're under that lid. Maybe they're under the lid. That's a thought. What's going on? No. Okay, well, we'll get these girls out of the way at least, and then we'll figure out what we're doing and we'll take them up here somewhere. There's a bit of waiting. Oh, I suppose I've got the lid on, haven't I? Oh dear. What an excitement at a time, MJ. Well, I think we might do what we came to do. We'll bust that big swarm in the box. I don't know, we'll figure out what's going on. Stop it, chicks. Honestly. Gosh, have a look at it. That is crazy. That's got a little bit enthusiastic. Man, I think there might be more than one there. I was talking to an older beekeeper the other day and I said to him, I haven't seen blooming such huge swarms. Normally the second swarms are only little. And he was saying, well, it's probably because what's going on is these are basically the second swarms with the virgin queens, and they've all just joined together in one big mass, which would make sense because sometimes when you shake them into a box, some of them go off and some of them stay. So interesting stuff. I haven't seen that happen before, but man, it almost looks like, you see, that's almost a separate swarm up the top there. But look at this, this is a wall of bees. That's crazy. I think there's another one just over there getting excited as well. I want to go home. Stop it. I wonder if she's stopped in the grass over there. Hang on, let's go and have a look while we wait for this excitement. Runs! Ow! I got my box on the wrong spot. Hang on. Shit! Whichever way I go is the wrong way round. Damn it! Are they all the best laid plans shot down in flames? Well, I think we've only brought one more box with us because we were supposed to have a few up our sleeve, but now we're going to have to go to the hardware store and buy some more screws to screw some more legs on some more boxes. Hell, I haven't even had a chance to paint the jolly lids. It's been that crazy this year. Ah, epic fail all round. I figure the shaking in the lid thing sort of worked, so I'm going to give it another go. Oh, God. And I think we've got one more on the wing, and then if that settles, we'll figure it out. And I don't know, we're on to the next excitement after that. How am I going to reach that? Watch me break the frames, eh? What? Ah! No! Ah! No, that wasn't good. I think that was a failure. It's like knocking arms in the old days. Not happy, they said. Oh hell, I think I'm over 30 now. I was just thinking I was only at about 25, but then I was thinking I've got another 7 that I haven't actually brought home yet. So, man, that's what's that, 32. And then I've got a box here, and I've got some in a plastic crate. We'll tip them in here and hopefully they decide to stay. But you know what? They're being a bit cantankerous this year too. They don't seem to like to hang around either, so that's a bit interesting. Such nice weather, they're out for a picnic and going for a bloody fly over the horizon. Anyway, we'll tip these girls in here and see what happens. We'll just give her a little bang on the ground, make sure everybody's at the bottom, then we'll just tip her in like a bee shake. Golly girls. Very unceremonious, they would say. Well, I think that's 6 for the day and 3 that got away, so I don't know, that could be 9, but it just depends on what happens when we come back. So I'm saying 6 definites and 3 maybes. That's a little bit like, you know, when you're playing the bloody Oz Lotto, you get the Super Bowl and what's that called? The extras. What are they called? The extra balls in Cross Lotto? You don't know either? Yeah, we're not much good, are we? We spend too much time following around with bees and not enough time playing Keno. Anyway, we've had a good time. We've caught some bees. I think we've got, like I said, we've got 6 definites, 3 maybes, and hell, and 1 went over the hill, and I don't know where they went. We're going to go for a little drive and see if they landed in a tree anywhere in the vicinity, but they were just, I could hear them yelling as they went, "Go and stick it up, you bum! We're overcome!" And thank you all for this crazy journey that we're all on, and thanks for the Patreon supporters. And don't forget, click like, subscribe and share and throw a buck or 3 in the pot, so keep us alive.